Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. Once again, welcome to the delayed flight. In this tutorial I will show you how to perform an ILS landing with the Garmin G3X Avionics that we installed with an add-on in the Icon A5, and mostly I will insist about the ILS procedures and less about the autopilot that we installed in the plane. I suppose that you know a few things about the autopilot already. So let's get started. There are three things that you must do. As you see here, we see this pink line, okay, in the compass. So this must change. This must change, and we must turn from GPS mode actually to the ILS mode, which means that we must set first of all the ILS frequency. So how do we set the ILS frequency? We press here. These are the three options that you have: map, flight plan, and procedures. So we press either here or here. We press on the map, and then we press nav. We must set actually the ILS frequency, and our ILS frequency, let me have a look, is 109.10, exactly 109.10. Enter. Now we must change the source. We must change the source from GPS mode, as I said, to the ILS mode, to approach mode. So that means that we must have our ILS frequency active. How do we do this? We press here on the compass, here inside. I hope my cursor is visible. Okay, here it is, you see. The CDI source is set to GPS. We will change this pressing here, and I said to lock mode. I have these four options actually: lock 1, lock 2. We could as well have VOR mode. We don't have. So I set the CDI source to lock. This is the mode that is active right now, the lock mode. Okay, I press again inside the compass here. So we see this green needle in the middle of the compass. So that means that our ILS frequency is active. We will have only a few arrangements concerning the autopilot. We said that in order to bring the autopilot features, we press somewhere here, wherever you like, here. Okay, so here we bring the autopilot features. Okay, I think it is quite clear. So, as usual, we set the heading of the runway, which is 10. Okay, we will land from the other side. We will use actually runway 19. Okay, we set our altitude. Don't forget that, okay, in this case the airport has an elevation of about 640, 660 feet approximately. We must calculate this. We are again in Vilnius Airport. So I set an altitude of 2,200 feet, okay? Which actually is about 1,600 feet due to the elevation of the airport, okay? Okay. And I also set a rate of ascent. Okay. I suppose you know these things. I repeat, I will insist mostly about the Garmin G3X features concerning the ILS approach. So we are good to go. When we will go, we will activate the autopilot. We will reach this level of 2,200 feet, and we will turn to land on runway 19, I suppose. Okay, I release my parking brakes. I activated the autopilot here, so that means that everything is set on autopilot, and we climb to 2200 feet exactly. And you see here the green carrot that appeared. The city of Vilnius. Surprisingly, a very good day today. The wonderful setup of the saved cameras. If you're interested, please let me know. A wonderful setup, wonderful cameras with the Icon A5. I can reduce slightly my speed. Our runway is right behind us. Exactly. We monitor actually the green carrot, this one here, this rhombus, how it is called, yeah. So I turn 180 degrees, runway 19. Have a look here at the compass. Okay. We see the green carrot here, exactly in the middle. I hope it is quite visible, this one here. So exactly at this point I activate approach. I'm hands-free and I'm waiting the plane to line up with the runway first, because we have both the vertical and horizontal guidance, which means the glide slope and the localizer. We are established on the localizer and we also have the glide slope active. And always have in mind that this bar here shows your deviation. I mean, you follow the bar actually. This bar here, we are not lined up yet. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, an ILS approach. One of the best planes of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Here is the runway, by the way. Exactly, you see, I'm hands-free. And from this side of the runway, the ILS frequency is quite precise, from the other not that much. Just monitor your speed. I think I will set my flaps already. Here it is. F7, okay, is the command. Just monitor your speed actually and your vertical speed. Hands-free. Approach mode is on, as we see here. gear is down. Eighty knots. Vasipapi lights to white to red, which is perfection. I'm still on autopilot, but I think it is time to deactivate the autopilot. Exactly, here. So let us go to land. Check your angle of attack. You must be somehow between the green limits. Okay, good. We are not done yet. I want your patience. Someone is landing, unfortunately. We will perform an ILS landing from the other side also. I will change my position slightly because, okay. Somewhere here maybe. Good. Don't do these things in real life, okay? Always have a clearance to land. Excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Once again, your patience for some time. Okay. Now we will try to land from the other side of the runway. Actually, we will use runway 01. We have a different ILS frequency. Our runway frequency is 110.50. So, how do we set our new frequency? Set that in order to change the frequency, we press here. These are the three options. With this cyan color means that the map is activated actually. I can as well go to flight plan or to procedures as I said. So I press here, I press on the map either here or here. Okay. Navigation 1 and the new frequency of runway 01 is 110.50. 110.50. Okay, you see, it appeared. I will see how it is. Yeah, I think it appeared indeed. Enter. Okay. You don't have to change the CDI source, of course, because we are already in lock mode, isn't it? We said that if I want to change the CDI source from nav mode to approach mode, I press here on the compass, here, isn't it? But I will not change this because we want the lock mode. Again, a few arrangements on the autopilot. I press here, isn't it? I activate heading mode. Actually, I don't activate it, it's standby because I didn't activate the autopilot. So I change my direction to 10 degrees, isn't it? Okay, 10, isn't it? An altitude of 2,200 feet again. Okay, good. And a vertical speed of about 600-700. Okay. So I disengage the parking brakes. I will not use all the runway, okay, I mean soon we will turn and we just take off. Okay. I think this will be enough, isn't it? A little bit unorthodox, I know, but you know, the Icon A5 doesn't need much runway, isn't it? Okay. I think it is enough. I think we have time to take off, I mean, isn't it? Okay. Exactly. Gear up. And flaps are retracted. We will land now from this side of the runway, 01. So, I activate the autopilot. Yeah, this is actually a mistake though. And I don't know how to fix this now. I will, but I didn't set the correct heading. Never mind, we will have a turn. Let us enjoy the scenery a little bit. It was just a turn above the airport. Always find solutions. Exactly. Yeah, you see, we stabilized already at 2200 feet. Good. You see the green caret once again. Now we are from the other side of the runway. We will use runway 01, isn't it? 10 degrees actually. The airport is again behind us. Let us descend a little bit to 1900 feet. We have a look at the ILS procedures of the Garmin G3X. 1700 feet. You see I'm descending again. And yeah, exactly, because I didn't have the glide slope. Okay, so 01. Exactly 10 degrees, here it is. Good, excellent I would say. Here is the glide slope. And here is our runway, you see. We turned quite quickly, I would say. The glide slope goes down. We monitor the glide slope here, this green caret. We have a deviation, but since the glide slope is exactly in the middle now, we activate approach and we are hands-free. The ILS guidance will bring us on the runway. This side of the runway is not that precise. Okay, I also set my flaps and gear is down. Yeah, good. I monitor my speed here, 90 knots. I think we will line up on time. You see, the deviation is less. Exactly.
500.
$80 knots. Yeah, it is not exactly precise this time, you see. I think we deviated a little bit, so I will soon disengage the autopilot. Too white, too red, passive puppy lights. Okay, let it be. As I always used to say, having an ILS frequency doesn't mean necessarily that you will have an ILS approach. The ILS frequency must be precise, I mean the guidance on the threshold of your runway. Okay. Press B to correct your elevation and have a look at the angle of attack, isn't it? Stay inside the green area, more or less. Exactly, and don't forget that after the upgrade, this plane doesn't land with 50-55 knots. It must be about, let's say, 65, 70, 75 even can be. So, I think we are done, more or less. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I will not insist any further. I showed you how to perform an ILS landing from both sides of the runway in Vilnius Airport, Lithuania. Maybe I will show you once again these three most important things. Let us not disturb the traffic. I like parking always somewhere here, isn't it? Okay. Excellent. Quickly, a recapitulation. These three things are the most important. We said that in order to bring the autopilot features, you press here inside the indications of the autopilot, okay? If you want to change the navigation mode, you press here on the map, isn't it? Or here. Map. You go nav 1, here are your frequencies, and you just type, okay, from 109.10, let us go again to the other frequency, which was 110.50, 110.50. XFER, which stands for transfer actually, enter, okay? Now if you want to change the source, we said, because we can as well turn from ILS mode to GPS mode. You go here, you press on the compass, isn't it? And here is the navigation mode, for instance, activated. Now if you had the flight plan, you would follow your waypoints. And the autopilot, we said, is here. Good, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that soon we will get familiar to all these procedures, which are extremely important, and we have the opportunity to have this new add-on installed, the Garmin G3X, I mean for the Icon A5. This will be all for now. Thank you for watching this clip, and hope to see you soon to the next one. Till then, you take care and bye for now.